Hi, good afternoon again. Happy to see you here on Facebook Live. And if you're watching later, hello again. And if you're watching on YouTube, I love seeing all of you interact and engage. So if you want to comment and do stuff below, please go ahead and do that. My name is Janet Trevino. I live in San Antonio, Texas, and I am your certified cuddling professional with Cuddlist.com. And we're talking about the 5 love languages, which I will show you properly. Turning the screen around. The 5 love languages, how to express heartfelt commitment to your mate. By Gary Chapman. This is an older edition, I'm sure. I've had this for many years. So here we go. This concept comes out of, I'm trying to think here real quick. Yeah, it's been around for a really long time, and it's something that comes up often in therapists' offices and with friends. You talk about like, well, why aren't you getting your partner? What's not working? And so sometimes it's gonna be just your love language, understanding that you have different love languages. And so what we'll do is I'll go real quickly through what the 5 are, and then I will introduce you to the little mini quiz that I like to have us do together, and then explain how is it that touch gets lost in a relationship. And then go back to the quiz, and we're gonna go through each one, and I'll tell you if they're true or false. So please write down comments as we go along and see if you get it right or wrong. All right, so the 5 love languages are quality time, words of affirmation, acts of service, gifts, and touch. Now, my number 1 love language is quality time. So it's really easy for me to spend all this quality time with amazing people that I get to see on a daily basis in my sessions. So yay, that's easy for me. And touch is fantastic. Touch is right up there as one of my it's my secondary love language. So, all right, but here, some of you out there, touch is your number 1 love language. It's what you most resonate with. If you don't receive touch, then you don't feel loved at all. Like, you feel rejected and terrible inside, right? So like, I understand that, and that's, most of my clients have that as their number 1 love language. So let's go through some of the true or false. Again, in your mind, you can be thinking about if it's true or false, and then later we'll come back at the end and explain. Here's the quiz, right? Number 1, skin is the largest organ we have. True or false? What do you think? Number 2, touch needs change over time. So when you're 20, and then you're 30, and then 50, and 60, do they change? True or false? Number 3, if my love language is touch, that means I want sex a lot. True or false? Number 4, physical touch can make or break a relationship. Is it that important? True or false? And number 5, it's up to the love giver to give their partner's love language, right? And give it to them. So it's up to, say, if my partner's love language is touch, it is my job to know what they want, to give it, to be the one that initiates. Like, it's my job to know, right? True or false? That's kind of a tricky one, so we'll see if you get it. All right, so how does touch get lost in a relationship? What happens? In the beginning of a relationship, things are super easy. You're giving and receiving. You're always together. There's touch, and there's communication, and things feel so good. And all that new relationship energy is awesome. And so touch is there. And as things start to settle, right, either you move in together, a new job, a new baby, a new home, as things start to become, more mundane, what happens? There's less touch sometimes, or just less attention, and you start putting your attentions towards something else and not each other, right? Okay. So then, maybe you're the person, I'll say, I am the person that's love language is touch, and I start to reach out thinking, okay, we haven't touched in a while, I'm gonna reach out and touch. And maybe again, my partner's so busy that maybe I kind of get this like cold shoulder, and I'm like, oh, all right. So not much of a response like before, but we're so busy, right? And so then here's what happens. Oh my goodness. This is the part where I wish I could just shake people. They think, and I used to think this, I did this in my own relationship. I thought, well, I'm just gonna wait. How long will it take for my partner to figure out that we haven't touched, right? So we sit and we cross our arms, I'm just gonna wait here until they touch me. And sometimes it can be weeks. Can you imagine? You're sitting there thinking, I'm just gonna wait, because they'll realize, and then the devastation is that they didn't realize, and they're not touching you. And suddenly you take it personally and you feel like I'm not attractive to my partner, and it hurts. And then you stop asking. So then you're like, no, I'm not gonna even ask. Because why? Because I was rejected. Like, I don't wanna even try because I was rejected. And it hurts and it's painful, and then you just completely withdraw. Not so much that you wanna withdraw from the person, but you withdraw from the pain. Because every time you're with them, you think, they don't touch me, they don't love me, I'm not attractive to them. So you pull away because you don't wanna experience the pain. And that's even creating more isolation in the relationship. And at the end, you feel rejected, unwanted, and unloved. And you can be in this place. I've met my clients, they've been there for years, if not decades, in this place of just feeling unloved and not sure how to get out of it. They can't ask for it anymore, and they don't even know where to begin, and they're just stuck. So that's how easy, I mean, it seems like so obvious in some ways, like, well, why don't you just talk about it? Like, tell your partner this is important to you. But most of us don't acknowledge it. And if you're a man in this society, it's even harder, because you're already perceived as being, sexual, and touch is always about sex. And so that can be really difficult to then say, well, I don't even know how to get the touch, because it's not always sexual, right? It can just be even something as simple as just like hand on your shoulder, or a touch of your face, or touch of your hair, or let's hold hands, or let's sit together on the couch and just sit close to one another. It can be really simple. All right, so now let's go to the quiz. Quiz time. Those of you who are watching, true or false, type it in. Right, here it goes. Skin is the largest organ we have. True or false? True. It's true. Did you know that it's 20 square feet? So I don't even know, like 20 square feet, is that a 10 by 10? Imagine basically like a bedroom. Many bedrooms are about this size. You would extend our skin, like take our skin off and put it would be that big. Now I'd like for you to think about, okay, skin is like 20 square feet. Imagine if I said I want you to explore every square inch of that space. Like 20, like I want you to not only touch with your fingers, but maybe your nails, with your palm, maybe with your face. Imagine how our 20 square feet with somebody else's 20 square feet, bring those together. It's no longer about genitals. It's no longer about the things that we always gravitate, breasts or genitals or, like the lips. There's so much more to explore. And this is an organ that does amazing things for us. Not only does it have these tiny tactile receptors, I mean, every part. Look, can you have the nails? Can you imagine these nails on your skin? Feels good. But, I mean, there's a million places. I mean, probably billions. I don't know, there's got to be a big number there. Of ways in which we can explore touch on the human body. Okay, so next quiz statement. Touch needs change over time. Okay, let's say you met your true false, right? Right and true false. Let's say you met your loved one and you're 25 and now you're 45. You've been married for 15 years and maybe when you were 25 it was very sexual. Now 45 or maybe 65. Is it the same? Can you expect that your relationship is the same? Like, same needs. So so it's true false. It is true. Another true. Touch needs do change, right? So again, I can talk about as a woman, when I was 25 and now that I'm getting close to 40, I like things a lot different right now. I'm definitely more sensual at this time in my life. I like to have the whole body experience. When I was younger, could have just been more like sexual, right? Or maybe things shift, it just depends on who you are. I think we also lock men into this category where we think, well, when they were 25, that's all they wanted was sex, 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 sex. I have lots of clients that are in their 50s and 60s, and guess what? They tell me all the time they would trade in any day sex for just nurturing touch. And that's why they're coming to see cuddlists and cuddling professionals, because they just want that. Just want someone to give them attention and touch them. And they also recognize that strip joints and going to sex workers isn't satisfactory. It's not just the genitals, right? They want the full body experience. All right, so that's number 2. Let's go on to number 3. True or false? If my love language is touch, that means I want sex a lot. I think the second one kind of already told us the answer to this, and that's false. Just because your love language is touch doesn't mean sex is a part of it at all. And I think that's the confusion around it. You hear someone whose love language is touch, you think immediately, oh geez, they're gonna want sex, you know. And there are plenty of people that are asexual that are not interested in sex. They just want, again, the cuddling. They may want, and again, they get to decide what it is that they want, right? In the book, The 5 Love Languages, there's a talk, what was it part that I disagreed with? Okay, actually it's coming up. There's a part that I actually kind of disagreed with how that was explained. It's one of the next quiz ones. So let's go on to the next one. Actually, it's the last one. So okay, let's go on to number 4. Physical touch can make or break a relationship. True or false? True. It can make or break a relationship. Lots of marriages end because there's no touch. Lots of people are hurting and harming themselves because they don't have the touch that they want in their relationship. And sometimes the best thing that they can do is to get out if they don't want to, explore Cuddlist or be unfaithful to their partners. So yeah, it can. So if you're in a relationship where you realize your partner is love language is touch, and they're not getting it, and you're not giving it to them, just know that could be a large contributor for your relationship breaking. It is a valid need. I don't know how to say that more clearly. Touch is real. It's valid. They're not being needy, and they're not being annoying to you, and they're not trying to make your life miserable. That's how they were created. This is their need for love, right? And they want to believe that they are loved by their partner. As my partner, the one I'm with, his love language is words, and it's every day, sometimes many, many times in one day, that I need to affirm with words. That might not be my most favorite thing to do in the world, to always constantly be saying words, but guess what? That's his love language. And I do the best that I can do. Same here. Or maybe yours is acts of service. You would love it if your partner did amazing things for you all day long. That would feel really good. Same here with touch. There's not one love language that's better than the other. They're equal, and all of them are really, really valid. Okay, last thing, true or false? Get into it here. It is up to the love giver, so the person that's giving the love, to get their partner's love language right and give it to them. All right, so this is kind of a trick question. I didn't know how to exactly word it, but in the book, I kind of have a small beef with the book a little bit. Is it basically the person that's responsible for giving the love to their partner? It kind of made it seem like you better know their love language, you better do it right, and you better check in with your partner and make sure that you're doing it the way they like it. Now, I would say this is kind of false, because Cuddlist, what I do, and this is what I love about our work, is that I begin our sessions with a question that's, what kind of touch would you like to receive? What would feel good? And guess what? Then what I do? I smile and wait. Awkward. Why do I wait? Because I believe that they can ask. I believe that people can tell me what they want. And if they don't know, it's okay, I can wait. I do provide homework for my clients to get them thinking about this question, because I want to prepare them. I don't want them to be there for 10 minutes saying, I don't know, and having that anxiety. But most people have not ever been asked, what kind of touch do you like? And they haven't been asked that question, and most people don't even know. Yes, Antoine, I have a comment here. Yes, it is your responsibility, it's my responsibility to tell my partner, and it's yours to tell your partner what you want. And then, of course, the both of you communicating, exploring back and forth, but it is not my partner's responsibility to be the one that's always trying, trial and error in this stuff. It's my responsibility to tell them, this is how I like it, this is what I want. And with the Cuddlist, if you come to a professional, there is no pressure. Like, come and try things out with us, and then go back to your partner back at home and say, look, I found some things out that I really like. If you feel like you need that confidence, come try things out with us, and then go home and then, introduce them to your partner. If you feel vulnerable around that, that's what we're here for. Whew. All right, so now that we figured all that out, one of the things that I did like about the book, it began with talking about children and parents. I know I'm kind of switching the subject here a little bit, but I think this is important. And I'm going to be doing a video on families and touch soon and bringing my children so that you can meet them and see what we do at home. And the book said, and this can be just true about relationships and about mother, father, guardians, and children, that wise parents are touching parents. I would say wise partners are touching partners. I would say wise friends are touching friends, right? It's really good. Always ask before you touch someone. Don't just assume that they want what you imagine that they want. Reach out and ask for what you want, and also ask before you touch. And we can make the world a more loving and amazing place. All right, well, thanks again for watching. Love to all of you, and if your love language is touch, tell the people around you. Tell your loved ones, tell your friends, tell them this is important to you, and get the love you need, because we all need a little bit more.